Danny Murphy alongside Guy Mowbray.
Thank you, Gary. Alexis Sanchez with his 5th Arsenal goal at Wembley and extends his record as the Gunners' leading scorer at this stadium. 2 ahead now of Mark Overmars and Ian Wright with 3 each. That 1 goal in the first half means another record continues. There has never been a goalless FA Cup final at Wembley. 6 have finished goalless after 90 minutes. Who knows, we might go with a bit of additional time today.
Yep, we could well do, because I agree with the boys in the studio. The Chelsea side have to improve their levels of intensity and ball retention.
There's Pedro, who at least has shown plenty of energy himself in that first half.
Yeah, I agree completely. Been the one who's got himself about and at least pressed and made some runs.
The first Chelsea change when it comes will be interesting, because quite often he's the one who makes way for Willian.
I'd be amazed if it was him today.
Here's Kante. Hazard back to Azpilicueta. Moses. Chelsea's throw. I know you were talking to me at half-time, Danny, about you could see Chelsea changing their formation as this half develops.
Possibly. I mean, he doesn't usually do that, but the wing-backs have been a little bit ineffective today. You could drop Alonso in, you could get another creative one on the pitch then. Fabregas, even a Willian. Matic is probably, as the game goes on, ineffective in terms of his defensiveness, because they need to get back into it.
Moses has managed to squeeze one through, but Ramsey was back to help out his defenders. When we think about Arsenal changes, well, those defenders know that they're likely to have to go the distance, because there are no like-for-like replacements on the bench.
No, that's true. Yeah, I mean, I think probably Coquelin could fill in at centre-half. I've seen him do that before, not ideal, of course, but if they were unfortunate with an injury or cramp, I have to say, I think the 2 wing-backs have been good for us.
Luis back in the vicinity of Thibaut Courtois. Looking for Diego Costa. Mertesacker's with him. Pedro's gone for goal. Mertesacker stretched out a leg. Pedro goes for goal again, this time holding in the way.
He manipulated the ball really nicely, Pedro. Mertesacker's positional play was excellent. Got the block.
Hazard, Diego Costa, Mertesacker again in the right place for Arsenal. Welbeck. Bellerin. Knocked out by Holding. Clearance not the best. That brings a Chelsea roar from the stands. Kante. Pedro. Diego Costa, Holding's got to be careful. There's Kante. Oh, and Ospina holds it. Well, just about.
Yeah, better play from Chelsea. Pedro's
off.
Yeah.
The shot made it a nice height for the Colombian keeper. Bringing up for the move to Fenerbahce in Turkey. There's a Durza. Thought about it. Sanchez didn't have time to think about it. In came Marcos Alonso.
Bad ball that was from Ozil. It wasn't Sanchez. He shouldn't give it in there.
Hazard trying to leave Monreal behind. Hazard in, Diego Costa, and Per Mertesacker is having a captain's game for Arsenal, and it is a goal kick for Arsenal.
He's been absolutely outstanding. And his positional play and his timing of some of his tackles, and considering he hasn't started the game, is that right? He hasn't started a game.
Not a single game this season.
Absolutely unbelievable performance.
Enjoys the FA Cup. His last goal came in the final 2 years ago against Aston Villa.
It's just how long he can last, I suppose. Hard, I mean, I know how hard he's been training, but matches is what gets you fit.
be honest with me, Danny, this is the FA Cup final. These things happen. Did you have an inkling that you might have one of those stories today?
No.
You thought he'd struggle?
I thought he might a bit, yeah.
You might, yeah.
I can't lie to you. Try and look all clever. Well, I never look clever. Sound clever. I did suggest that Sanchez would have to be at his very best. And he certainly has been that, hasn't he? But it's been a mix. I mean, Chelsea have not been at it, have they? This ain't the Chelsea performance we're used to seeing.
Poor free kick from Nemanja Matic. Retrieved, as is so often the case, by N'Golo Kante. Diego Costa did well to hold it. Here's Victor Moses. Parried clear by Ospina, and Mertesacker gets it further away. The two men we talked about, Ospina and Mertesacker, keep Chelsea out of game.
That was a good save. Didn't quite get full pace behind that, Moses. Could have been a bit cuter.
Kante. It is not Arsenal's way to sit back and soak up.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. They sometimes might have to, especially in this second half.
Diego Costa. Monreal forces him away. And Diego Costa will come back again. Monreal is not going anywhere. Diego Costa sees the whistle, or hears the whistle go against him, and just manages to prevent himself from throwing the ball away. He can't curb the words, though. It might be a good job that Anthony Taylor, as far as I know, isn't big on Portuguese.
I'm just watching like 6 of one, half a dozen. Nothing in that for me. I think he feels a bit. He's giving it me, I'm giving it him. He's a big lad. This is the chance. I think Monreal actually got a little touch on that, which took it towards the goalkeeper. Still got to make the save though. Certainly up the tempo a bit, Chelsea. As I was saying in the studio about getting higher up the pitch, for sure they've got to do that. Never get near anybody if you just drop off.
Courtois. Rob Holding. What an impact he's made since coming into the Arsenal team. Rosa. Harry Cahill wasn't so clever there. It's come across to Alexis Sanchez, and it nearly got through to Welbeck. David Luiz blocked it. Hazard keeps his feet brilliantly. Diego Costa doesn't keep his, under challenge from Holding. Chelsea free kick, and it's going to be a card for Rob Holding.
It looked a foul. I think it was accidental, but yeah, he just got there a little bit late. Clever play from Costa. Wondering whether Hazard fancies the one to the near post. The keeper's going to try and read the cross.
Costa is craftily trying to get some space for himself, with Holding next to him. In from Hazard. Over the top for a corner off the head of Mertesacker.
Better ball in, that was. Good pace, good area.
Lots of red in there, not too much blue, but they're primed and ready on the edge of the box to run in. Up goes Cahill. Still Chamberlain heads out. Now Ramsey. Sanchez finds a way through with a brilliant pass for Bellerin. He's got two men over, and that's a really good block.
It's a brilliant block, but it's a bad ball. He's lifted it, just roll it.
Azpilicueta did his bit for Chelsea.
I mean, Sanchez, his decision-making is so good. Incredibly tenacious, as I've said. He's goal-scoring, but he's passing. When he comes in off that left side, he always sees the pictures, he always sees the runs. makes the right choice so often.
Marcos Alonso. Counter. Yes, he got it, but it was Sanchez who nicked it away in the first place. Cahill. David Luiz. Azpilicueta. Teasing one in, Mertesacker left it, maybe under instruction from Holding, who heads it over his own crossbar. They're working well in partnership, the young and the old.
Yeah, they are. It's a good ball in from Azpilicueta. Dangerous area. Not enough numbers in the box.
Taken short, trying to catch Arsenal out. Deflected away to Kante, who's missed his kick. Hazard gave up on that. Was he expecting the throw to be Chelsea's?
Not sure.
It was Arsenal's, and they've taken it. Welbeck. Welbeck does brilliantly and is rather crudely taken out by Victor Moses. That will be a booking.
Oh, he's done that well, hasn't he, Welbeck? Bodies around him. Nice and strong and powerful. Takes the pressure off, gets your team up the pitch. I have to say, I mean, I know Sanchez, I agree with Frank in studio, he's been the best player on the pitch by a mile, but the rest of the Arsenal players are doing their best to try and catch him up with their performances.
Real, more spinner. They're in. Holding. Ozil gets the return from Hector Bellerin. And that is just overdone. Made it relatively easy for Courtois. Ramsey was never catching it.
No, I'd just be wary of making too many runs forward if I was Ramsey.
Just quickly drop back in now. In fact, he's behind Xhaka, who's doing the pressing high up the field.
That's fine if you've got men behind you, you come out and have a little press, but as long as you get back in. But the longer the game goes on this pitch, you've got to conserve a little bit.
Matic, over to Moses. Moses finds Pedro in space. Pedro's shot is wide.
It's because Ramsey was still running back. Exactly what I was talking about. One like Pedro. He's tried to give him the eyes and put him in the far corner. He's not far away.
Speed effort. Given up on it pretty quickly. Yellow card. And N'Golo Kante's got this one. Four names in the book now. Two from each team. Ramsey just too quick for him.
It's not booking now, is it? Tried to win the ball.
This is his 11th caution of the season. Ozil.
Brilliant.
Bellerin. Ramsey. To behind, and it will be a corner. Thibaut Courtois can whack his finger all he likes. That was clearly over the line.
It was.
Fans believing that this is their day with nearly an hour of the cup final played.
Yeah. See Fabregas going through strides.
And from Oxlade Chamberlain, Diego Costa. That's clear. It's Mertesacker who keeps the attack alive. Ozil won't reach it. Mesut Ozil's mane has got a bit of attention today. I suppose you're not the man to ask about that, Danny, the blonde locks.
Very true. Very true. Nor are you. What that is.
Look at this from Hector Bellerin.
Yeah, it's a tremendous recovery run from Azpilicueta. He still should have. He had time to roll it, or pull it back, and then do it. It's a great opportunity.
Ramsey to Welbeck. Here's Oxlade-Chamberlain. Ramsey another driving run just for a second there. Not needed yet. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Pulls it across. Welbeck can't quite get in front of Cahill. And Arsenal having a bit of an attacking go again after sitting back early on in the second half.
Yeah, well, you expect Chelsea to come out second half and up the tempo, and Arsenal now get themselves back in.
Well, here's a change that we knew was going to come at some point. Cesc Fabregas was always going to get a run out at Wembley. It's like for like as Nemanja Matic makes way. Great cheers from Chelsea supporters and quite the opposite from the Arsenal fans who used to cheer his name. An Arsenal player for some 303 games and 8 years.
What you will notice when Fabregas gets on the ball is Costa's runs will change, because he knows he can find him.
An FA Cup winner with Arsenal a dozen years ago. Xhaka. Ball for Ramsey to get onto. He's a relevant attacking force in the game again now, Aaron Ramsey.
Yeah, he's good at that, his timing of his runs.
Even more so than in action for Wales at the European Championship
indeed.
last summer. There's Bellerin, who does keep it in, but only to find the gloves of Courtois.
I mean, he's good at it. You've got to pick your moments in a game to do it. I'm just thinking, if you're winning in a cup final against Chelsea with half an hour to go, I wouldn't be going. Look at him trying to get back now, you see.
This is open again. And it was until that man, the BFG, the big friendly German, Per Mertesacker, got in the way again. Ozil easily beat Cahill, but he's beaten Welbeck with the pass too.
He's unlucky.
Welbeck to Xhaka. Ozil to Monreal. Welbeck. Ran into a crowd. Fabregas stole the ball. Diego Costa trying to help it on for Pedro. Might it be that Per Mertesacker was, after all, just the man to deal with Diego Costa?
Well, he's calm. So his positional play has been great. His delivery, his passing out has been good. I'm surprised Chelsea haven't looked at changing a little bit in terms of formation. Not getting enough joy and dominance to stick with it. Willian on the bench, he must be fuming. Contribution he's made in his last couple of seasons, and he's found himself on the sidelines, but he can have an impact, he can beat people, score goals, and he stood there watching.
Mertesacker safely back to Ospina. Kante. Arsenal handball shouts. Ignored. Kante. In comes Welbeck. David Luiz, I think, timed that right. Oxlade-Chamberlain, Welbeck. Ramsey, Welbeck, with Ozil charging down the middle. Oxlade-Chamberlain there too, and coming in is Bellerin! Oh, that's a superb save from Thibaut Courtois.
That's a superb move as well. The pace and power of that break was brilliant from Arsenal.
And Chelsea reciprocate. It's Pedro to Hazard. Diego Costa's in the box. Hazard is going for goal. Ricocheted off two Arsenal bodies. Hazard. Kante. Victor Moses. Lifting one across to Pedro. And the shot is wide when it finally dropped for Cesc Fabregas.
Well, this game's opening up. This is the Chelsea chance. Clever little ball from Moses. Good header. Holding. slashed.
Towards Diego Costa, it's just over his head.
Exactly what I just talked about. As soon as he turned Fabregas, he was gone, Costa. He knows the ball's going to come. If Chelsea were to get back into this, you'd think Fabregas would have something to do with it from those midfield areas. There's your man, William.
Player who prior to today had started every round of the FA Cup for Chelsea. Victor Moses and go out. Talking about Danny Welbeck as you were, Danny. I know Arsenal fans have had plenty of gripes and groans, and the Wenger out campaign and all that all season. Might it have been a bit of a different season if he'd been fit again, as last season? He's missed so much of it.
I think, yeah, I mean, I don't think alone he could have made that much of a difference, but certainly improved certain results in games. You do have bad luck sometimes as a manager, but I think over a period of time it's the frustration of the fans that they haven't been competitive in Europe and trying to win the league. And this year, I suppose, the performances have just hit a low, really. You know, in the big games as well against the other teams.
But not today.
Not today. Different team.
Stand up for the Arsenal is the loudest chant around Wembley at the moment. Chelsea fans counter. It is hotting up on the field and in the seats. Hazard. Moses down. Anthony Taylor had a really good look and waves Arsenal's way and may well give a yellow card. He will to Victor Moses, and that means his FA Cup final is over. What a big decision that is from the referee. Chelsea down to 10. When some of their supporters were thinking they were about to have a pen.
Well, he's not arguing, is he? And if he has gone down, I don't know why. Oh, yeah. Dived. He's got it right, spot on. I mean, I don't know what he's doing.
Desperation. Cheating.
It's, in a way, a great example of why you shouldn't do it, because on the odd occasion you get caught, you could have lost the cup for your team. It's not about Victor Moses, it's about diving in general, isn't it? I mean, this has now given Arsenal a fantastic opportunity. Keep the ball, kill the game off.
11 minutes between his two yellow cards. Chelsea with 22 minutes to rescue this. A goal down and a man down. Victor Moses becomes the 5th player to be sent off in an FA Cup final. Chris Smalling last season was sent off on the winning team. Different scenario for Chelsea at the moment. They're going to have to dig so deep now. And one of those situations, wasn't it? He was more than likely to be the next player that Antonio Conte substituted.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Him or Alonso. I thought William would have been on 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago.
There's Oxlade-Chamberlain. Hector Bellerin. It is Arsenal's final to lose. Welbeck lost the ball to Marcos Alonso. That'll be a free kick for Chelsea.
I think in today's football, when so many players do get sent off, there's not enough work done on training pitches of these scenarios of 10 versus 11s for long periods, so players know what they're doing and what they're not doing. Do we press? Do we drop off? When we're winning, when we're losing? I mean, we used to do it a lot when I was a young lad at Crewe. They give you different scenarios of, right, 10 minutes to go. You've got 10, you've got 11. This is the scoreline. Change the scoreline next day or next week, whatever. And instead of just letting it happen naturally.
Only Chelsea's 2nd red card of the season, and both of those have come in the FA Cup. John Terry went against Peterborough in round 3.
brave decision, because there's been a few referees who would have played on and not sent him.
Ramsey. Bellerin.
Keep the ball.
Ozil. Granit Xhaka prevented from shooting by Kante. Sanchez has been waiting patiently to get involved in this move. Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's looking to pull back to Ozil. It's come to Sanchez, but the whistle didn't go. I thought Anthony Taylor was putting it to his mouth for a moment. Ramsey. All over Alonso. There's Bellerin. David Luiz heads away. Xhaka. Oxlade-Chamberlain. It's high and wide.
So Sanchez is going mad there. Absolutely mad. And the reason is because he's trying to bend one in from 25 yards. No, nothing in that. No handball, that from Kale. But Chamberlain's trying to bend one in from a really acute angle, 25, 28 yards away, whatever it is. Keep the ball. Got a man over. Chelsea look tired.
Pedro has to leave the action early. On comes Willian. I know, Danny, you think this is overdue.
I do, but not for Pedro, because he's got the legs and the energy and the fitness to make a difference.
David Luiz nudged Ozil out of his way. There's Xhaka. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Bounced away from Sanchez. Fabregas finds Willian.
He bounced away from him because he hit at his chest at 400 miles an hour. Oxlade-Chamberlain's left foot. He nearly controlled that. He's got to be a bit more careful with those passes. Arsenal now, they've got the extra man.
Hazard can't beat Xhaka. Kept focused on the ball. Ramsey. You can feel the confidence oozing through the Arsenal ranks now. I think we've felt it all day.
Yeah.
Bellerin to Ozil. Ozil perhaps a little overconfident against Marcos Alonso. It will be a Chelsea free kick.
It was actually a terrific defending. It was a good turn from Ozil. Didn't fancy crossing on his right. Alonso read it. You see, I'd be screaming at Ramsey and Xhaka to stay there now, not go anywhere. Screen that front, that back three.
Brilliant. First action in the game. Leaves Chelsea a little further forward. And it's deflected behind for a blue corner. In the red corner, they're getting more and more excited by the minute.
Well, I think a lot of Arsenal supporters, with the problems they've had, Koscielny and all the defensive problems, didn't expect too much today.
It over towards Gary Cahill, who can't get over the ball. David Luiz down after a collision.
Yeah, he's all right. And when I say Arsenal supporters, I mean all fans probably. I was asked, and I fancy Chelsea hugely, especially after the problems they've had.
And there is the Arsenal supporter, Stan Kroenke, the two-thirds owner of the club. A man who fully backs Arsene Wenger, much to the annoyance of many Arsenal supporters. Latest twist in that tale. And a very quick statement from the owner just the other day to say his shares are not and have never been for sale after a reported £1 billion bid from 30% stakeholder Alisher Usmanov. There will be a soap opera to follow at the Emirates Stadium throughout the summer months. And we'll soon find out, I'm sure, what's going to happen in terms of their manager, with reports of a new 2-year deal, maybe a different structure, sporting director. That can wait. Arsene Wenger might have won a record 7th FA Cup by then.
Yeah, and I think that man, Alexis Sanchez, is more important to whoever's going to manage this team in the next season or two. Because it doesn't matter how much money you get for him, you've got to replace him. And there's not many of him about.
Looks for Diego Costa, it's Mertesacker, and that's Willian closing, but it'll break for Ospina. Willian took that one full in the face. Bellerin. Ozil, David Luiz, quickly in, smartly in, fairly in. Kante. Hazard. Fabregas. Hazard. Diego Costa takes it down, and Diego Costa levels for Chelsea. The champions are...
There, the good awareness, good pass. Slips it back in to Willian. Clever little ball. I think he's taking a deflection. He gets a bit tight there, holding. It's come off Mertesacker. Still think the keeper could do better. Just watch the ball change angle. Doesn't adjust, he should save it. It's a mistake from Ospina.
Diego Costa brings Chelsea back in the FA Cup final of 2017. There's a kiss of the badge from the player who's widely touted to be leaving for the riches of the Chinese Super League in the next few weeks. What a parting gift if that's what it proves to be. Danny Welbeck off. Well, he has given so much to the game.
Yeah, it's been magnificent.
And Olivier Giroud, only Harry Kane in the Premier League this season has a better goals-to-minutes ratio than Arsenal's French centre-forward. They need one from him now.
Well, they've got the extra man. They should have the ball for the majority of the last 13, 14 minutes, and whatever goes on.
Game on again in the FA Cup final. There's Giroud pulling it back. Arsenal in front once more. Aaron Ramsey scores for the Gunners. Chelsea's reprieve is so short-lived, they'd barely finished the celebrations. All of them are Arsenal's again now.
Well, I talked about Ramsey making runs into the box when they were 1-0 up, maybe being a bit cautious, but at 1-1 with the extra man, he knows he can go. Great ball from Sanchez, and watch this from Giroud. He takes a risk that someone's going to be in there. And your man Kante switches off for a second. Ramsey goes on the blind side. Good goal from Ramsey, a great timing of a run. Very much like one of our guests today, Mr. Lampard, getting in the box all the time, getting on the end of things.
Chelsea have to haul themselves back to their feet again. Aaron Ramsey has won an FA Cup final for Arsenal before, in extra time 3 years ago.
Well, let's get it right. It's more than they deserve. I came here like most today thinking Chelsea would roll them over. And they've shown spirit and guts. Okay, Chelsea haven't quite been at it, but they've still had to play well and put the miles in, break play up, show quality.
Chelsea not down yet. Diego Costa finds Azpilicueta. Marcus Alonso will attack it. Xhaka. Costa nicks it off the toes of Sanchez, who then lunged in. Missed him. Kante. David Luiz. It's Cahill. It's Azpilicueta.
You can't sit off. You've got a man extra. Press the ball.
Willian. Fabregas trying to move into a good position. Willian gets into one and was held back. Free kick Chelsea. Cards out again. It'll be Xhaka.
Got to know your players. He's done well, Xhaka, today, but tired mind. Willian always goes on his right side there. Overdo it, show him inside, get someone with you. got every right to be tired, by the way. The energy they've put in, the Arsenal players. I mean, if they lose, if they get pegged back again, they'll only have themselves to blame.
David Luiz couldn't quite get the direction, but he got the freedom.
He did. I mean, set plays is a great advantage when you've got a man down, because you can even it up by throwing one extra and leaving at the back and taking a risk, but you still got to stay with your men if you're the team with the extra man. It's going to take a big effort from Chelsea now, huge effort.
8.5 minutes of the 90 to go. Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. Chelsea have been down to 10 for a good 13-14 minutes now. Arsenal change. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is going to leave the field and be replaced.
Well, he can be really pleased with it.
High fives in the Chelsea substitute seats. I don't think we could call them benches anymore. Rolled out to Marcos Alonso. Luiz and Cesc Fabregas. Willian. Free kick Chelsea. Another card coming. Francis Coquelin's first contribution to the game.
Seemed a tad harsh. Don't mind that. Eager to win the ball back for his team. Extra man. Should be pressing all over the pitch when you've got an extra man. Hard to do, granted, when you've been working so hard for 83 minutes, but...
Alexis Sanchez. Xhaka. Up towards Giroud. Giroud will get there. Alonso. Willian. Cesc Fabregas was getting into a decent position. The ball went towards Diego Costa. Here's Mesut Ozil for Arsenal, turning Marcos Alonso to find Hector Bellerin, who can go.
He's done it.
Pokes it past David Luiz. Oh, it was nearly one of the great FA Cup final goals. Steered wide by the flying Spanish fullback.
Well, he went into overdrive there, didn't he? Thought he'd overran it. Thought Sanchez was about to give him a rocket. Look at that for pace. It's unlucky.
The man who beat the Arsenal 40-metre sprint records once held by Theo Walcott and Thierry Henry. You've just seen why. Apparently Rob Holding, when he gets into full speed, can match him.
What's your timer? 40 minutes.
It's still going. I'm out of breath doing this, you know that.
I was going to say, could you finish that long?
Here's Bellerin. Mertesacker. A huge 5 minutes to go. Over towards Bellerin. Ozil. Holds off Kante.
Good play. Sensible.
Coquelin. Trying something, and it's working. Up to a point.
You need to keep the ball.
Willian. He's been fouled by Alexis Sanchez. It'll be a free kick for Chelsea. And they've got on with it very quickly. Willian will realise that in a second and get up and go. Here's Hazard. Fabregas trying to get forward. Hazard moves it to Kante. Willian has got up. Kante's gone for the clip towards Hazard. Diego Costa barges in! Straight against the chest of Ospina. That save might just have kept the cup for Arsenal.
Might have done. Mertesacker makes a really strange decision. Seems probably really as a defender.
Chelsea corner. Cahill got up above Mertesacker. It's whacked away by Monreal, who in animated fashion urged every one of his teammates to get out of the penalty area.
Well, he's another one. He's been absolutely superb, Monreal. It's not about stepping up when you need your experienced players.
That one was rather tamely given away. And here's Mesut Ozil. And Ozil checks. And Ozil hits the post. That was the chance to seal it once and for all for the Gunners.
Well, how calm was he there? He's done everything right. But the last bit of it hit the post. Waits for him, beautiful chop, gives him the eyes. Oh. I mean, if they don't win this game, Arsenal, honestly.
That was a weary trudge to the corner flag from Mesut Ozil. Every single slow step cheered by Arsenal fans. With Chelsea throwing on Michy Batshuayi for the last few minutes. The man who won the title for them. Diego Costa has gone off. Giroud, Ozil. It's Chelsea's throw-in.
Well, it shows you why the FA Cup's still, for me, one of the best cup competitions in the world. You can never predict. I remember sitting here watching Wigan beat Man City in the last minute, and today I never thought this was going to happen. I couldn't see this performance coming. I was a bit like Righty. Couldn't see it even at half-time, thinking, well, can they hang on? But they've just been, for the whole game, to a man, superb.
Here's Hazard. Hazard plays one into Fabregas. Fabregas gets a deflection to find Willian. Not really held up by Coquelin. He's able to put one across, and Ospina will catch it and hold it for as long as he possibly can. No, he won't. He'll try and fire one forward.
Oh, and he has.
As Pilaqueta summons up reserves of energy to fend off the threat of Alexis Sanchez.
There's a couple of Arsenal boys telling the goalkeeper not to do that again, in a very different way. Because
not a direct way.
I mean, it was nearly a brilliant pass, but no need, was there?
Brilliant. Batshuayi. Pushed away by Mertesacker. Here's Willian. David Luiz finds room on the right. Arsenal staying tightly packed in the middle. That's a good challenge. Sanchez. Ozil. Bellerin's on the run again. And it's his compatriot Marcos Alonso who makes sure he can't go any further. Bellerin goes to the fans and urges them to make some more noise. When he got close to the fans not so long ago this season, he received a right old earful.
Well, football's like that. You can turn it round with desire and effort and work rate. Fans will always applaud that, and quality can come and go in a season. You know, sometimes you play well, sometimes you don't. But you're always giving everything.
Giroud, Ramsey. It's a great block. As Pilaqueta flung himself in the way, and now Willian is on his way. Another super challenge for Nacho Monreal. End to end the final. And Chelsea's 10 have 4 minutes to find another leveller.
I mean, when you think about what Mertesacker's done today, it's nothing short of remarkable, is it?
Hazard lets it go.
Sorry.
David Luiz. Luiz with the pullback, and Ospina this time will hold it.
Yeah, talking about Mertesacker and not starting a game of the season and putting him a performance like this, it's incredible. Then the young man next to him holding. Monreal, not really his normal position, he's been a left-back for years, another fantastic performance. Then you can go around all of them.
Batshuayi too keenly in on Alexis Sanchez. That would be an Arsenal free kick. With every one of those, the seconds tick by. And Arsenal move closer to winning the FA Cup final.
Yeah, there's my man of the match. Not the most difficult one today. He's in. Oh, bad touch.
He's going to roll wide. As you were, Dennis.
Yeah, well, I've been eulogising about lots of the Arsenal players just because they've played so well today, but Sanchez has been on a different level. He's the one that's won them the FA Cup. He's the difference. Always the difference.
And absolutely vital, if they can, that Arsenal keep him. Cahill can't keep that in play, nowhere near it. Arsenal goal kick. Some Chelsea fans are heading for home. They've had a season of celebration. They've only lost 5 Premier League games. One of those was at Arsenal. It was the catalyst for the 13-game winning run that followed, the run that led them to the title.
The irony. They should stay and clap the team. They've had a great season, you're right. Today's not their day.
Here's Fabregas.
Not yet.
Holding. Heads it wide. Bellerin. Giroud. Can he turn it inside to Ramsey? Took too long thinking about it, but it will be an Arsenal throw. Maybe that's what he was working for. "90 seconds remain. Arsenal are going to take off your man of the match, Alexis Sanchez, having scored the first goal inside 5 minutes and set the tone for an Arsenal performance that has their fans absolutely delighted.
He's been one of my favourite players for a long, long time, and I'm glad he's got his plaudits and applause, I should say, and standing ovation if it is his last Arsenal game. But I'm amazed they've taken him off, because if Chelsea did sneak one in the last minute or two, then you'd want him on the pitch.
Egyptian international Mohamed El Neni is on. Instructions to sit and make sure Arsenal hold what they have. Ozil. Here is El Neni in a unfamiliar forward role. Coquelin to carry it into the corner, to carry Arsenal home. El Neni. Ramsey.
Ozil. Give it away.
There's William. Bellerin showed too much of that to David Luiz. Holding. Launches the ball forward. Courtois is out to meet it. And we'll have to go early with this, and long and decisive. That's 4 minutes of injury time up. Another one won by Monreal. Headed further away by Granit Xhaka. El Neni. Ozil. Ozil out to Ramsey. Ramsey through to Mohamed El Neni.
Oh, what's he doing?
El Neni checks back. That was for the cup. But it is Arsenal's FA Cup anyway. A small smile on the face of Arsene Wenger. A sporting handshake from the manager of the champions, Antonio Conte. But Arsenal have saved one of their best performances of the entire season until last, against all odds. Per Mertesacker is once again an FA Cup winning captain. Stan Kroenke is the owner of an FA Cup winning team.